What up YouTube, Quasi here. On my way back from Medina Lake, been practicing the twisties. Hopefully I'll upload one or two of those videos before this one, but we'll see. And I want to talk about recovering mentally from a crash. So obviously most of y'all probably know that I wrecked my bike. Not really wrecked, just crashed it, taking a corner way too hot, being overconfident, bad tires. And immediately after the crash, I felt fine. I actually said to someone right after that if it didn't wreck my bike, I'd be willing to do it again. Because it was kind of fun once I got over the initial shock of, oh shit, my tire's sliding out from under me. Once I was just sliding along the road, I knew I had my full gear on. I wasn't feeling any pain, and part of that was adrenaline. And it was exhilarating, it was fun. And so immediately after that, when my friends came to check out my bike, check on me, and follow me home, I was being a maniac driving home. You guys know I do 0 to 40s from every stop sign already, but after this, I was hitting things hard, too hard, and part of it was the adrenaline, and part of it was that I wanted to prove to myself that I wasn't scared of the crash, which is good in some ways, but I really should not have been doing it at that time. Shortly after, so it took about 2 weeks from that for me to get all the parts I needed to fix my bike back up, but I wanted to get back on as soon as possible because I knew if I didn't, I would risk messing up. I'm not messing up. I would risk being scared of a bike and not getting back on for way too long. And I read some interesting articles during that time about recovering from motorcycle wrecks. And one thing I heard constantly was your first one is your worst. Assuming you're wearing gear and you survive, your first one though still shakes you up. And I saw this interesting comment from a psychologist, or he claimed he was a psychologist, in the comment of one of these articles. And he said one of the biggest things riders should do after a wreck is face your fears. Get on as soon as possible and go back to the exact same spot, maybe in better conditions. If it was raining, don't go in the rain. Go on a nice, clear, sunny day, just you by yourself. But face that exact same turn that you wiped down and do it. Take it slow, very slow, and keep doing it a couple of times, because your mind, when you wreck, you build a subconscious connection between pain and fear and those emotions and that road, and even worse, sometimes between that hobby as a whole. For example, motorcycling. I've also heard of similar situations with horseback riding, where if you that's where the saying comes back. I cannot talk. That's where the saying comes from. If you fall off the horse, get back on again, or what? I don't know the saying, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't get back on, your brain associates pain, fear, all those emotions with that location and that hobby, in my case motorcycling. And I definitely noticed it after the crash. After that initial adrenaline high ride home, when I first got my bike put together, I realized I was way more stiff than normal. I was taking corners extremely crossed up. I was way more hesitant. I didn't trust my bike, and nothing felt right. And I knew why, but I couldn't figure out how to make it go away other than by riding, and that's exactly what helped. But for me, it took about probably 200 miles before I could say that I'm basically in the same spot I was before the crash. Actually, I'd say I'm a little better now, because I realize I am not immortal. I say that, I should have known that before. Motorcycling's dangerous, but as a young guy, a lot of y'all probably know, we feel like we're invincible. But when you get hit, sometimes that's the best way to get some sense knocked into you. And for me, I'm kind of glad I crashed. It slowed things down, made me double check everything I'm doing, maybe go back to the basics. And I think I'm a better rider for it. I'm obviously not there yet. I'm still practicing. But let me take this turn. Sometimes you just gotta focus. Stop talking and focus. But yeah, I kind of forgot what my last sentence was, or where I was going with whatever I was saying. But I think I'm a better rider. Sometimes I hear sirens. But, oh, butterfly in the arm. That actually pinged a little bit. Not hurt. I'm going on tangents everywhere. Sorry guys, there's gonna be a boatload of jump cuts in this area. Jump cut, jump cut, jump cut. For me, I needed to take it slow, go back to the same place I crashed at, do that over and over, and just keep riding. My confidence is back. I'm feeling really good about turns, and I've learned some stuff. But that's about all I got for y'all. So, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Peace.